Hello minasan, Hikiyama Moriko desu, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Rosa Juliet and it's by the developer Moon Angel. This is a submission for the Toxic Jury visual novel jam, so I'm expecting Toxic Jury. Let's start a new game. Contains depictions and references to emotional abuse, sexual assault, and violent death. The subject matter might not be suitable for people. Yeah, if you don't want to see that, you can quit the video now. Okay. Very nice. A Rosa Vidal. Rosa Vidal, I don't know. Gymnopedies. Interesting. So you made gymnopedias, right? Items? No items. Always dash. Okay, cannot save the game. Hello. White Tiger Wipeout. Hey Rosa, took you long enough. Bus goes here only once every 6 hours. I guess it isn't a very popular destination. I was the only person on the bus and the driver struck across when I got off. Very unpopular destination. Bus stop is called Sohenwich University. I assume this is where we are going then? Stark white modernist uni building balanced precariously on the edge of a cliff. Abandoned after an undisclosed research accident, despite being a liberal arts college. Briefly investigated by the military, then forgotten. What's that? Urbex time. Let's get going after you, Miss Battle. We have a Genosian, I don't know. Juliet Rosenkratz. What a complicated name. Tutorial. Sometimes you will be presented with multiple choices during dialogue. These choices determine Rosa's emotional state when coming up with a reply. Rosa's current emotional state can greatly alter her responses in dialogue and to situations. Additionally, repeatedly picking the same emotion can worsen the emotion over time, causing Rosa to grow unstable and act out erratic. Juliet does not like it when Rosa acts out like yeah, I bet. Give it a try. This is a lot of ominous stay away signs. Ominous? It said ominous. What? Are you chickening out already? Oh, so it's not a literal response. I just choose the emotion. I'm afraid, I guess. It wouldn't be the first time I get hurt while tagging along with you. Then why do you talk along with her? Ah, it's Toxic Jury. Never mind. My fault. And every single time you have gotten injured, who was it that looked after you? That doesn't make it okay. Okay. Gonna up the volume of the game a little bit. I think it's a little bit low. Who was it that nursed you back to health every time? Exactly, me. Shut up, Juliet. So don't fret, you'll be fine. Yeah, but who was it that got me hurt in the first place? Yeah. What a building. So stark and stately against the brewing storm, looming over the cliff face like the castle of a dark lord. It's an intimidating building. What do you think the lion's tattoo meant? It's a liberal arts college. That's what it means. It means it sucks. Well, I cannot... Oh, one of the school's garbage bins. Good idea, let's search their trash. I wasn't actually intending to... What, you were staring at the trash just because? There might be documents they forgot to shred. Or all kinds of treasures like that. Life is an adventure, shut up, Juliet. So get to searching the trash bin. Okay. She's right, there could be all kinds of useful things in the garbage. Mostly moldy food, waste, and dirty packaging. Oh. A decently clean empty bottle and one guilder coin. Okay, but I don't have inventory, so I will just take your word for it. So they just leave the door open? Good, power's still running. Let's go exploring. Does your ability tell you anything? Why do you say it like that? I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to it. Getting used to it, to not treating me like I'm crazy? I didn't mean it like that, I'm sorry, I told you before. I see some fraying on the edges of the local space. There's definitely something worth seeing hidden in here. God, why did I say it like that? I guess I'm still subconsciously treating her as crazy. Okay, to be fair, she sounds crazy. It's awful lot of me that I doubted her before. She shared something wonderful, something magical with me, and I acted as if she had lost her mind. In a world where things like that aren't accepted as facts, Juliet has only me to confide in. I have to be a better friend for her. Juliet, I'm sorry, I really am. I'll be a better friend from now on. I don't want you to feel like... What are you stammering about? I don't want you to feel like you have to hide things. Like, I'll judge you. I want to be here for you. You're offering, Rosa. All is forgiven. Let's go exploring. I really hope she understands how I feel. I don't think she does. Oh. Clean empty bottle. I have 2 bottles. And no inventory system. Vending machine selling various sugary drinks and snacks. I don't need those right now. Right now. They should unlock the door to the cafeteria. Can you unlock it? No, I don't have the code. Can you hack it? It's a keypad. Hacking will involve either randomly guessing until we figure out the code or dismantling it to try and bypass it. They clean out the food stores before they close this place, otherwise it probably looks like Carcosa in there right about now. Like what? I think I'm understanding the reference. Yeah. A world of mold. A world of mold. Okay. I don't think the king in yellow was about mold. Whatever. Let's see a variety of post-it notes explaining... That's weird. The classroom previously used by the Skeptomorphic Society has been declared off limits. Math lessons now take place in classroom 2B. That's Greek. Same word as skeptic. Student Society of Skeptics, maybe? Now, skeptic is from skeptomai, one who thinks. My Greek is a little rusty, but man, every time someone says that, I want to punch them in the face. But I think I infer skepto or skeptos mean thought or thinking in this concept. Society of Morphic Thoughts, that sounds culty to me. I think it means thought form society. Tulpas. The Tulpa classroom has been declared off limits. That's great, we should go investigate it straight away. Yeah, we should go check out the off limits Tulpa classroom. Why is she like this? I don't know, why is anyone like they are? What the hell? Why is this hallway like this? What's wrong? This hallway should not be this long. The school isn't that big. Something really messed up is going on here. Let's go investigate. Okay. Okay, so I suggested, like a quick suggestion for this game, because this game is using like a lot of big words and nothing has happened yet. Also, before letting the characters tell me, oh, this hallway shouldn't be, let me walk through it for a little bit, right? Let me just like walk for a couple of seconds, and then the characters and me can come to the same conclusion at the same time, right? Because if you go into a hallway and you only see this is a totally normal hallway that I cannot see, like the characters can see up front, but I cannot, right? So when you go in, let the player walk a little bit and be like, this is a weirdly long hallway, and then the characters be like, yeah, and that's a good feeling. Otherwise, it wasn't even that long, man. This is totally normal hallway. Yeah, that was a little bit like the game is trying to tell me how I feel about the things and not letting me experience it. Look at what happened to the school gym. Time and space are fraying and splitting into threads. Like, these characters are saying like a lot of things that I don't think should be said and should be shown. Hallway's cold and tangled, spreading into alien directions. Something profoundly fucked has happened here. To tangle time and space into a labyrinth. Like, yeah, you know, I don't think this is working out as intended. We should explore this place, but with caution. There's no saying where we could end up. Amazing time and space. A place only Juliet could explore. When you light up like this, when you start to sparkle, you are like the sun, Juliet. I'll chase you to the ends of the world and beyond. It means I get used to place like a star when you discover this sight and unseen. This place is undreamed of. Yeah. That is me, Juliet Rosencrantz, your very own son. Let's go exploring. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just these characters, but I don't know, like... Yeah, just using a bunch of big words, it doesn't really mean that much, given the context we currently have. Maybe later it makes sense, but right now it doesn't make a... I just realized we should brought swimming clothes, so that we could go swimming. Did you say that the pool wasn't rubbling or such? To explore this area, Rosa. I'm not going to wander through a swimming pool maze in my casual outfit. It'll be ruined. You know, for someone that wants to explore the unexplored, that sounds really... I think it will be a good idea to begin with. Come on, Rosa. It'd be like in those things. Yeah. We could get lost forever. The water could turn out to be acid. There could be a creature. Creature? I think the appeal of such spaces that they vary in and of themselves. Familiar yet foreign are an in-between space that both resembles what we know and understand, yet wholly alien at the same time. I think a creature will be kind of lame, I think. This is... I don't know if it fits on purpose, but it's kind of making fun of those, like, liminal spaces games where it's actually just like a monster chasing you. Now, what is talking about? What do you mean adding a creature? You asked me what's the worst that could happen. What are you talking about? Never mind. Just remind me to pack swimsuit next time we're going exploring in the university, whose pool has started to expand into alien directions following an undisclosed research accident, okay? Sure, I'll do that. School blackboard. The men's changing room. Even if no one else is here, it feels weird to go in. Alright. Camera? Security camera? I mean, okay. I guess I'm gonna turn on the always dash. Like, the game looks really cool. The places look interesting, but I don't feel like I need to be told things every 3 seconds. Like, I like to experience them myself. The world? Nothing? There's almost nothing to interact with. You know, for someone that is exploring a place, I think we should, like, interact with more stuff. And not just trash cans. Not even this trash can, damn. Wait, it's the same? Just full of nothing. This seems to be Professor's office. Let's see if we can either find the code to the cafeteria or find some other user's secrets. Wait, what? Something hidden here, something someone went through great effort to hide or occlude. The more hidden something is, the more it draws my eyes towards itself. That can exist no secrets in the same world as Juliet, Rosa, and Kratz. Let's go take a look. You can just say hidden. You don't need to use other words. See? I'm just gonna say it's because of the character and not the game, but I don't know. It's powering up, but it's password protected. No, I cannot just hack it. I thought you were a computer genius. Wait a minute. I actually think I can hack this. If I just unplug the Ethernet cable while rebooting it. Yeah, it can connect to the building central server now. Local password, admin. No, that's wrong. User. Guess the account from the BIOS? You cannot do that. You're just making shit up. You cannot do that. You are a computer genius because as far as I know, you cannot do that. How do you know how to do that? It's just experience, years of messing with computers. Let's just steal all the files we can. There's a file with the passwords to the school's electronic log systems, as well as the sisters, as the teachers' passwords for their computer accounts. Contaminated file. I wouldn't call that a security flaw, but alright, here we go. The code to the cafeteria door is 04. Holy shit, what? Oh my god. That looks great. I mean, terrifying, but great. Juliet? Juliet, where'd you go? There's a thing here. Help! Help me! Wait, there's no door. Well, we can see my character is terrified because of the portrait, but... Oh shit! Oh, this looks great. No, leave me alone. No, please stop. Juliet, Juliet. No, please don't. Please don't. Please. Damn it. Jeez, I cannot really, like, because of the text box, I cannot appreciate the full illustration. What the hell is happening? Okay, now I can. My god. Ending 1, pray. Jeez. Bad end. Oh, that's a great illustration. However, so let me go to the itch.io page real quick. It says, updated demo for RPG Maker point and click RPG visual novel thing. I don't think this is point and click. I think it's just a regular RPG Maker game. Explore a haunted university lost in time and space together with your often malicious best friend. Content warnings. Okay. It doesn't say anything about how many endings or how far the demo goes. Wait. Are you okay? There's some things weighing on my mind, I guess. Come on, we should get going. Wait, you weren't here the first time. I was about to complain that the game doesn't let you save. But I guess we have to die? We've been here before and things didn't go very well. So when things go not good, you go back in time and you let me die? Sort of. It's nothing terrible, it just seems that we're, so to say, redoing something we've done before. But now we have the code. She's so cool. Girl, you just died. Alright. What Atman is in Hinduism? That's Sanskrit for soul from the Proto-Indo-European Atman, meaning breath of breathing. Breath or breathing. It's very interesting actually. It's the etymological root for several words meaning either breath or soul in various languages. You're such a nerd. In Hinduism, the Atman is what reminds you if you remove everything changeable or fluid from a person. It is the nature underneath the nurture. If I were to remove everything that makes you, you, what will remain? Soul remains unchangeable, true self beneath what society designates as you. It isn't exactly the same as the platonic soul, but it's close enough, I guess. Why are you asking? Yeah. Well, my ability is to see all the things hidden. I've been suffering deja vu ever since I arrived here. That's not the only thing. Have you really never been here before, Rosa? I haven't. What are you talking about? There you are. What are you talking about? I can see her eye turns white, but when I look into your eyes, I see something, how to say it, someone's staring back at me. And whatever is happening with this deja vu, with this do-over, I can't help but wonder if it's their fault. Dude, what are you talking about? This happened to me. Here we go. Can you not immediately freak out when I try to tell you something like this? Oh my god, Juliet, shut up. It's like, you want to come along and explore haunted houses with me? She doesn't, obviously she doesn't. And then a haunted house things happen and you start doing, I don't know. Oh god, Juliet, you do me act. Yeah, I guess if I'm going to explore with me, this is really doomed. Juliet, you have just said what we've been here before. I know you're saying I picked something up the last time. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about how you freakouts make me feel. Oh my god, shut up. Stop acting like a bitch or I will leave you here. Oh, yeah. Okay. And? Okay, and I'm sorry for acting out like this. Jesus Christ, this is so toxic. This game is 10 out of 10 on the toxic beauty scale. Talking things through makes us both feel better. Yeah, both of you. Yeah, sure. Okay. God, can I not kill you? Look, and another suggestion, don't stop me walking every 3 seconds for dialogue. Like, this game, it's been interrupting everything I'm trying to explore with dialogue every 3 seconds. This is not engaging gameplay. I know it's supposed to be like a visual novel thing, right? But then get the visual novel segment and then let me move the character. Yeah. I'm not gonna read all this because it's mostly the same thing. Number 50? We reach a point in our journey where I consciously attempt to wrest us free from the flow of time to flee this place, or at some point we die and having got entangled with whatever is wrong this place, we are pulled back. Are you sure? Hey, calm down. It's not like I consciously remember what happened before. What a weak ass power you have if you don't even remember. I think we should try to, how do you say things, look for clues to test the hypothesis. See, it is like this. Being stuck in a time loop is infinitely better than being, well, dead. If you say so. We should go exploring. If there is probably a good bet, but it's up to you. Okay. I mean, I cannot save, so I'm just gonna... Wait, you said you don't remember? But then you tell me to put the code? Okay. So you don't remember, but I do. Fucking god, they just don't stop talking. You know, my suggestion with this would be let the dialogue happen when I interact with stuff and not every time I go into a room. Because, or just I don't know. This is not so enjoyable, to be honest. And it's not like the characters are saying like interesting stuff to begin with, so let's see what we have here. What in the world? Note addressed to you in my own handwriting. Rosa, if you're reading this, hi. You probably don't really understand what is going on, but that's okay. We have gotten trapped in a maze of sorts. If you want to get out, we have to learn to work together. Juliet can probably help with that. Get her to reach you to make anchors that give her this note, so she can put it on the table the next time she's here. I'm not sure what happens if you break the bootstrap paradox, but it can be good. Kind regards and love you lots, Rosa. What the fuck? The plot thickens. What a twist, not really. But what's a bootstrap paradox? And then you're about to explain another thing they're saying. Stable time loop that causes itself. If I find a note on the table now, they travel back in time to place the note on the table, leading to me finding it. Then when did the note originally come from? Yeah. Like, yeah. At some point you must originally written it down. Now if this really is a bootstrap paradox, yeah. That makes simply having been written by me a little creepy. If it was the other you know, you admit. That raises more questions than it answers. There are anchors anyway. A useless trick. I'm a Norik of sorts when wannabe occultists use if they want to feel smart or particularly self-aware. I feel like someone here wants to feel smart. But when I say it, there must be a reason the note demands you teach me a useless trick, right? Is this gonna be my save point? You stop and breathe for a moment to empty your mind. Then you draw a sigil on the wall or in a notebook and you contemplate all possible paths you can take from there. People who believe in quantum many worlds nonsense also believe that the human mind has. You know, you shouldn't be calling something like quantum worlds nonsense if you have the ability power to do things, right? Reminds of what appears to be Elsenia. Even if there's something under there, I'm not going to think through that. A framed picture of an anime girl and an empty bottle. It's also kind of weird to, like, guess what you can interact with and what cannot. Is this a recycling machine? For two simple colors, I could buy some chalk. I only have one. Is this the recycling machine? Also, with no inventory, I really don't know what I have with me. Oh, but I didn't grab the first one from the... Oh, okay, so I have to actually go back and maybe I can find another bottle in here. You know, for example, having an inventory will be nice because then I would know what items I have and what items I don't, since I've been looping and I lost the items. So you know, it will be nice to keep track of those things. I know this is a demo version and obviously there's a bunch of things that can and hopefully will be worked out. I'm just kind of trying to say what will be useful. So let's go back and try to grab another bottle. There was one in the trash can outside, right? Okay, I guess that should give me another. kind of expensive. Here. I just draw whatever, and then I tell myself this is a branch point in time. Then I convince myself this is a strategy across timelines, or something clever sounding with quantum or a causal in it. Well, I get to feel a lot smarter than you, I guess. The note said it was important somehow, so I still want to try it. It's the save points, okay. So, and I can make save points anywhere that we have a blackboard, I'm guessing. This is closed, but it's not telling me it's closed. So all of this was just to... Which it should change. So when I can interact with something, it changes the expression. I just noticed that. Content appropriate for demo. The hell do you mean content appropriated? Again, I don't think this hallway is that long. This is the same thing. My God, Juliet, shut up. You know, this game definitely nailed the Doom part of a Yuri relationship, but we also need like the good Yuri part, and I think Juliet, it's an awful person. It doesn't. I don't want to ship this too. It's just like straight up abuse. I don't think it's that much toxic Yuri than just straight up abuse. It's the same thing. What if I just pick Desire all the time? Oh, now I can go into the criminal changing room. I miss being a high schooler. What, for the criminal changing rooms? That's creepy, Juliet. Don't say the... Yeah, don't say the... Juliet is just like a terrible person overall. Having high school worries, high school self-image issues. Back when life was so simple and sheltered that I worry about getting 5 pounds would mean that it was over for me. Not burping on 15-year-olds cries. Well, you were a 15-year-old back then too, so... You can stand to think for a second before accusing your best friend of embodying some kind of super problematic predatory lesbian trope. I don't know, you really fit that trope, come on. You also fit the abusive lesbian trope too. I just want to be alone. Yeah, that's the problem. That is the... Yeah, good, Rosa. You're always right next to me, staring at me with your mystic eyes of emotional vulnerability perception. I don't. If I want to be alone because I'm uncomfortable, I should be able to... Yeah. I don't like these attacks on me. If you act like you're scared of me, that is hurtful. Bitch, shut up! I have not done in my mind that you understand that this is hurtful. Yeah. If you don't lay off the gaslighting, I'm going home. Where? Go home. You are gaslighting me. Shut up. My... Oh God. This is not toxic Yuri. This is just abusive relationship simulator 2026. Narration. She doesn't come back. Juliet bolts out the door, and by the time you have to put your clothes back on, she's nowhere to be found. You hurry out the door of Soho University and head back towards the bus stop. Your words and your actions replay endlessly in your head. Even if Juliet will ever talk to you again, you wonder if you can ever get over the guilt and shame on your end. Maybe it's better if you don't talk to Juliet for a while. Thank you for playing Rosa Juliet demo, development and writing by Renko Chesikil Rodenborg. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Art Lane Urania, Ezra James, music and sound by Ezra James. Mist and Mirrors publishing game, all copyrights reserved. Alright. Playing Artificial, Mist and Mirrors publishing, thank you for playing. Okay, so that's the demo for Rosa Juliet. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not known for lying about if I like a game or not. I don't think I like this game as much. Obviously, it's a demo version. Things can change. I have played games that I don't like when they are demo version. When I play the full version, amazing. You know, there's a lot of things to be improved in here, at least in my opinion, right? Just because I say something, it doesn't make it true. Probably there's a bunch of people that will enjoy this game. I'm just giving my opinion in my YouTube channel, right? First off, I'm gonna list the good things because it definitely has a lot of good things. Number one, I think it's the art style of the game, the black and white thingy. That illustration with the monster and the bad ending, that was like out of this world good. This like main menu screen also really good, but that monster was incredible. I was like, the monster in itself, the design, it's good, but the illustration when it's killing me and the face of the character when it's dying, that was so good. We need more of that in this game because that was definitely the strongest moment in this game that I really truly enjoyed. I like the idea of I like the idea, but not the execution. I think that will be my main issue, quote unquote, with this game. I like the idea of, you know, two characters, the Toxic Yuri. I played thousands, but hundreds at least, Toxic Yuri game. Not thousands, that's too much gaming. Hundreds of Toxic Yuri games, dozens at the very least, and I like them a lot. It's actually one of my favorite game genres, and especially RPG Maker ones. I do enjoy the Toxic Yuri games, or just Yuri in general, right? But Toxic it's also kind of good. I think this is more just like psychological abuse and just like straight up abusive relationship, which is also okay. It's also a thing you can do in games, right? I'm not saying you cannot do that, but I feel like I was going with the idea of Toxic Yuri, and this is just more like straight up abuse, which I don't enjoy as much. I feel like you feel really bad for Rosa, and you know, again, this is just a demo version. Maybe in the full version of the game, when you keep going, Juliet actually get her just desserts and pays the price of being an asshole and a bad person. Who knows? And that will be incredible, right? Because if it's one thing I love in games, it's when a bad character receives their just desserts and they suffer a horrible fate. That will be great. I would love that. I don't know. I like the idea that you save with that the saving system is explained in the game. Like, oh, you have to do this because it's an anchor point. That was also really cool. I was kind of confused at the beginning when I died because it was, oh, this is a demo version. Is this all of it? Thankfully, I decided to click new game because it's kind of confusing. Maybe they mentioned the anchor point before we die, and it's like, oh, we should have an anchor point, and we die. You will be like, oh, maybe I have to load a new game. Because I feel like some people would just close the game after the first death, assuming it was the demo end, and will never figure out the rest, right? So maybe like a little hint there too. Obviously, my strongest suggestion and my biggest complaint, I have like 2 complaints, quote unquote, suggestions about this game. Number one, there's too much interruption of gameplay, right? Every time you walk into a new room, these characters talk, which is totally okay because we need an explanation of the world, we need an explanation of the powers and everything. I get it. But as a player, it doesn't feel good that you have to walk into a place and the gameplay stops and then they explain. Like, I personally, I think it's very pretentious of the characters that every time you get into a room, they say like a really high term, like, oh, you know what scoliosis is, I don't know, right? And they just go and explain like, oh, it's from the Greek, I don't know what the hell, right? And they go and explain, and honestly, I don't really care about that. It's not really saying anything about the game, right? I mean, it's saying obviously something, but not something that we care at the moment that they're explaining it. Like, you need something to happen first, and then the explanation is in in time and form, right? It's like I try to explain you something that hasn't really happened yet, and you're like, oh yeah, you're telling me all this information, but I'm not retaining anything because it's not relevant to the player just yet, right? It's the characters in world saying a bunch of things that it really doesn't amount to anything, and I wish the game didn't have that, because it will be like a smoother transition between rooms, right? Like you can put objects in the room that when you interact with them, they give you a little bit of text, and little by little the player is piecing up together all of these, right? But like saying, oh, you know, this is the tool pass because it comes from this root of the. I get it. I get the characters are nerds. I'm not sure you can just log in into a computer, just going into the BIOS to bypass the local password. I'm not sure. Maybe you can. I don't know, right? But as far as I know, you can. But it doesn't really matter. It's a game. We have to suspend disbelief a little bit, right? We get the characters are nerds, and we get that there's some cool stuff in here. But again, that was the not enjoyable part of this game. The enjoyable part was exploring. But then again, there's a bunch of empty rooms. I know. Again, I know it's a demo version. I know it. I'm just saying that hopefully the full game doesn't carry over all of these things, right? It's a bunch of empty rooms with nothing to do. There's a bunch of things you can interact with, but like they are very spaced out, and you don't know what you can interact with or cannot. I did notice that the character changes expressions, right? That's really good, but since the portrait is like really small on the screen, you should make it like maybe a red border on the character when it changes expressions, so it's more noticeable. Because when you're playing an RPG Maker game, your eyes are fixed on the character that is moving, and maybe on like the doors and stuff like that. You're not looking at a portrait, right? It's like when you're watching this gameplay, I don't think you can watch the gameplay and watch me, my VTuber face, at the same time, right? So if I make a very subtle expression like that, I think it will be really hard to notice. It's the same principle, right? The portrait in the game and the character, they are two things you have to keep looking, and you cannot. You only have one set of eyes, right? You only can look at one thing. So yeah, I will maybe rethink all of these conversations, long conversations, every time you go into a place about like the unraveling of the space and the changing and the string theory and everything. That sounds so grandiose, but it doesn't really leave you with anything as a player. And the portrait maybe thingy, I would recommend that too. But you know, otherwise it's a really interesting plot. You know, I love the idea of like two people going into an abandoned place and exploring, and one of them has supernatural powers and the other doesn't, so you have to rely on the person that does, and they don't have a really good relationship, which is really nice, right? Because you're completely dependent on the character that it's a bad person. I think that's really, really good. I love that, and hopefully the idea gets fleshed out. So if you guys would like to play this game on your own, make your own opinions, because I'm not always right, the link will be down in the description with all the games I play so far. Please give it a try, and if you do, don't forget to rate the game and comment. The developers really like that. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next indie game stream or whatever I decide to do with this channel. I'll see you later.